Ambulance on 4K. This is another one my library rented for me, and guess what you're gonna get out of this? Non-stop bayhem. Or like non-stop dumbhem. First off, this movie, I almost quit watching it several times during the movie. And the first time I almost quit watching it was in the opening scene where there's a car accident and it's introducing the paramedic girl. And there's a little girl in pretty dire circumstances. I'm not gonna lie, I almost couldn't handle that, and I was like, maybe I should turn this movie off. That was tough to see. So speaking of that scene right there, but I wanted to talk about the 4K and how it looks. This is easily one of the best looking 4Ks ever. So period, just get that out of the way. It looks incredible. It was digitally shot, and so there's no film grain. It is just super crispy 4K all the way through. So if you're a grain hater, then you'll at least like how this movie looks. Now, I get the fact that they were experimenting with the aerial drone filming, but it actually got really annoying during the movie. And at about 7 minutes in, this is a perfect example. So look at this right here. So there's so many shots that are just like, all right, now we're just like spinning all over the place, and it's like, stop. So some of those shots were cool and they fit in, but other ones were just like annoying. And it actually got to the point during a lot of the chase scenes where I felt like I was just watching somebody playing around with a drone. And I was like, man, I feel like this movie's more interested in capturing like wild aerial drone footage than it is actually filming the car chase. So that part of it actually got really annoying and kind of tedious to watch. It just seemed like they had like 1 million hours of this aerial footage and they just threw it in there. So that was annoying. It's like I want to see Michael Bay do another aerial drone movie, like after he got just like playing with it out of his system. That sounded bad. Figuring out what kind of tone this movie has, these two cops are talking and they actually reference the movie The Rock, which is also a Michael Bay movie, which is an awesome movie, but it's just like, it kind of took me out of it because they're just mentioning another one of the director's movies in his movie. I didn't like that. I know maybe he's just trying to be like cheeky, but I thought that was dumb. So this part was pretty funny when the bad guys are trying to get in the elevator and this lady gets in there. Look at Jake Gyllenhaal's face. He's just like, ugh. Okay. And then here's another stupid meta Michael Bay movie reference inside of a Michael Bay movie. They actually reference Bad Boys, which is another Michael Bay movie.
Out of the car, Blue. I got an idea. We going together like bad boys. Out of the car.
Ugh. Ah, man. My eyes hurt from rolling them so hard while watching this movie. All right, so one of the bank robber guys asks the other bank robber guy if he's seen anything like this in Afghanistan. Look what he says.
Fuck, man, you ever see this shit like this in Afghanistan, brother? Once. I was giving it to the Taliban. Hey, one.
Oof. Can't really say a lot of that stuff on this platform, but yeah, that's frustrating. That happens. Anyway, that was kind of a bold line in the movie, I thought. So this movie did have a lot of really great action in it. When the camera stayed on it long enough for you to see what's going on. My goodness, it was just like shaky cam constantly. And then it's like, here's some cool action. Now cut away. And it's like, it was frustrating. That's why movies like John Wick are so refreshing, where it just holds on the action, where you actually can see what's going on. But that being said, there was a lot of really cool, I guess you just call them like a squib effect, where someone gets shot and like fake blood splats out. So there was a lot of cool parts in that. And then there was a part that made me laugh out loud during this opening shootout at the bank. Listen to the sound it makes when the teddy bear gets shot. Listen to this. Did you hear that? Just like the super intense shootout. Teddy bear just gets shot. Yeah, yep. That's the kind of things that I enjoyed in this movie. By far, the best part of this movie was this girl, boop, and basically her character arc throughout the movie. I really like Jake Gyllenhaal in movies, but in this movie, he just seemed like almost like a mustache twirling villain where every 2 seconds he's just doing something like, I'm bad and I'm mean and I have bad motivations and bad intentions. Just after a while I was like, okay, I get it, you're a bad guy. It just seemed like he was just like hammering it into the ground like over and over. And her arc was actually really good. So overall it was like a big dumb action movie that hardly held on a shot long enough for you to see what's going on. But her arc was actually really like cathartic and emotionally satisfying and worth the journey. And I'm glad that I just rented this movie for $1 because I'm not going to keep this movie. I'm not going to buy this movie. It's even on sale right now. It's on the super awesome sale on Amazon, but I could totally watch it again. It's just not very good. You know, it's not like, I mean, maybe criticize me for this, but I love The Rock and Armageddon from Michael Bay. And I actually really like the first Transformers movies. The other ones get a little blown out of proportion, but I thought the first one was cool. Anyway, she's the best part, and spoiler alert for the ending with her, but how at the beginning where she's like, it's just a job, people's worst day is our Tuesday afternoon, and then but she's like holding that girl's hand while they're going to the hospital during the part that I almost just couldn't handle it and needed to turn it off. But at the end of the movie, she's back at that hospital, and she actually goes and finds that girl and goes and like holds her hand again, and I totally almost cried. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty heavy right there. So her arc is really good in the movie. It's like her character arc almost outclasses this movie. And the other guy of like the 3 main cast members, Abdul-Mateen, he was fine. His character was just a little bit kind of cliche, where he's like gets pushed into doing something bad, but he's really a good guy, but he's doing a bad thing, and he's kind of looking for the opportunity to make the right choice, which he does end up doing more and more. So that's admirable. But I wasn't really like impressed with like the character direction as much. There's a shot coming up here that is absolutely my favorite shot in the entire movie. But first, a few things. The marriage counseling scene I thought was super ham-fisted and in your face and dumb, and I didn't like it, and I almost rage quit. Another thing, there's a part during the chase where you see like a big sunset going on, and it's like, oh cool, it's going to be nighttime soon, and then all of a sudden it's like back to daytime. So it's like, okay, I'm pretty sure we didn't just time jump forward to the next morning, so the continuity of the sunset was off. And it's like, come on, Michael Bay, you're a pro. What are you doing here? It was bad. And then another thing, when I was watching it, and it was just being like so, when the camera work was being so crazy, I was just thinking, I'm like, man, I think I'd rather just watch Speed at this point. And you know, a movie's not bad, because I wouldn't say this is a bad movie. I just think it's a dumb movie. Like, it's very technically well done. Like, I remember when I was watching the movie Spectre, and there was the car chase, and they're just like driving in a straight line really fast. I was like, man, I want to watch a Tom Cruise movie. I was thinking of like Jack Reacher, that car chase, where it's just so cool and you can actually see what's going on versus just these quick cuts. Anyway, let's look at the absolute best shot in the whole movie. Here we go. Right there, right there. Look at that. Right there, that is the best shot in the whole movie. Look at that thing. Yes. Yeah, that is absolutely incredible. I love that shot so much. It to use a phrase I always use, that shot blew me away. My jaw dropped, and I was just like, wow, great shot. Oh, another part I was going to complain about, but forgot. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But when the FBI guy is like, there's something you should know or whatever, he's like, he used to be my friend. It was just like, ugh. What a stupid twist, like cliche story beat there. I was like, that was dumb. He's like, whoa, dude, just put me in bed. Put me in bed. All right, I'm getting thrown up on here. I'm thrown up on a few times already. Or I guess it's spit up. There's a part when they do the like the military trick where they have all the different ambulances come out from under the bridge, and their ambulance is painted green, but it's like not painted very well green, and so they have the one of the decoy ambulances pulled over, and the green one just drives right by, and it's like, that destroyed disbelief right there. I was like, yeah, right. It's like they're gonna stop every suspicious looking ambulance. It's like that green paint did not get rid of the ambulance nature of this thing. So anyway, I call BS on that part. I mean, the Dolby Atmos soundtrack was incredible. The 4K picture was completely flawless. Oh, buddy. This is easily one of the best 4Ks I've ever seen, ever. So up there with like Top Gun Maverick, Bullet Train, and this is very clean, very detailed picture. So big, dumb action movie with irritating cinematography, pretty good acting, and a super emotionally satisfying character arc from the main paramedic girl, having to do with the girl that she rescues at the beginning. So I also like that the battery died on the laptop when she's basically having like a FaceTime call to do the surgery in the ambulance. That was cool that the battery died, because of course it would. So anyway, I don't really like it that much. I mean, I was glad I watched it. I was glad I rented it. I'm grateful for my library for buying it for me so that I could watch it. But I'm definitely not, I mean, buying it so I could rent it from them. They do $1 a week for a 4K, so I think that's pretty amazing. They'll pretty much buy anything I request. But yeah, not very good. I was disappointed. I was expecting a little better. So maybe I just got spoiled by movies like Jack Reacher and John Wick, like good stunt movies. So anyway, I want to see Michael Bay refine his aerial photography instead of just being like so excited about it and just like overdoing it and having the drone just like spin around all over the place. Like, it just didn't work. Oh, I also liked the cartel guys, all their like ambush and shooting up the police part. That was really cool. That was a cool part where they had like they called it like the cartel package or something, where they have that car drive down with a dummy in it and it has the minigun pop up. Like that was pretty cool. So yeah, big dumb action movie with satisfying emotional arc from the paramedic, and that was kind of it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of this big dumb action movie, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.